On this week's episode of What's Up Weekly, a club on campus is bringing second-hand shopping opportunities to students on campus.
And the 14th annual Glass Pumpkin Patch was here in Bloomington over the weekend. We'll show you that and more. What's Up Weekly starts now. Hello and welcome to What's Up Weekly. I'm Callie Lichter.
And I'm Lucy Kellison.
This past Saturday, the Bloomington Creative Glass Center held their 14th annual Glass Pumpkin Patch. The founder and executive director of the center, Abby Gitlitz, proudly announced that this year's patch was filled with 1,459 pumpkins. 48 volunteers helped to make one-of-a-kind pumpkins as the demand for glass gourds grows every year, oftentimes leading the patch to sell out.
This is my first year, but I've been trying to come for the last 3 years. It's been on my Bloomington bucket list. I can't decide if I want to go like more traditional with like an orange vibe or if I want like a pink one.
Although the center only sells pumpkins once a year at the patch, they have educational art opportunities, cultural events, and other types of programming. If you're interested in getting involved, you can learn more at www.bcgcglass.org.
A new restaurant will be opening on Kirkwood Avenue this Friday, serving acai bowls that are not only flavorful, but also full of numerous health benefits as well. Everbowl is a restaurant that is currently operating in 21 states and is now coming to Indiana University. They offer dairy-free, gluten-free, and sugar-free acai bowls that are also filled with non-processed and natural foods. Additionally, this Thursday from 5 to 7, Everbowl will be giving away 300 free bowls to the first 300 free customers. So make sure to keep an eye out for this new tasty restaurant, especially if you want a free bowl. Still to come on What's Up Weekly, we'll get you caught up on this week's trending topics.
Britney Spears airs new details about her and Justin Timberlake's relationship.
And Millie Bobby Brown was named Woman of the Year by Glamour. We'll get you caught up on all the juicy details she shared during her interview. All that and more coming up.
Who's Your News Source? Wednesdays on IUSTV.
Welcome back to Trending Topics. Now, Lucy, you have an interesting one today.
Yeah, this week has been so Millie Bobby Brown focused, and I am loving every second of it as a huge Stranger Things fan. Are you a Stranger Things fan?
I have never seen Stranger Things, but I kind of know like the lore, like in the show, surrounding the show with like all the actors, actresses and stuff.
So Millie Bobby Brown plays 11 and she started the show at the age of 11, which is kind of ironic, and now at the age of 19, engaged to be married to Jake Bon Jovi. She's finishing up her 5th and final season, and she just reported that wants to say thank you but goodbye to Stranger Things, which is kind of breaking some fans' hearts, but it's been 8 years, so I get where she's coming from. But she did just get named one of the 2 Glamour Women of the Year at only age 19.
Okay, that is such a big accomplishment, especially at age 19.
It's huge.
I feel like this is the perfect time, you know, she's getting married, just got this award, to step away and kind of transition away from being an 11 and being like Millie Bobby Brown now.
Exactly, I can't agree more.
And speaking of child stars, let's transition to a more, I guess, depressing, you know, childhood star story. So I have my notes here. Britney Spears' book is coming out on October 24th, The Woman in Me. And the people have gotten, like, you know, the pre-release of everything has said that it's very telling into how everything in her life is played out. It's also really depressing. So here are like the top 5 takeaways, bombshells, if you will, from her book. So the first one is that Britney claims she became pregnant with Justin Timberlake's baby when they were like 18, 19 years old, but that he wasn't ready to start a family. And she kind of insinuates that he led her to terminate the pregnancy, which is just, there's such a theme in her book with not having, like, you know, her own bodily autonomy. The second bombshell is that she felt like she was a robot in her conservatorship. And I mean, she grew up being a child star and she felt like she remained a child up until she got out of her conservatorship a couple years ago. And now she's in her 40s. So spending like your whole entire life feeling like a child, it's just really sad and tragic. And another tragic point is that she felt like she wasn't in control of her body, and that's what led her to shave her head in 2007. I know that everyone was making fun of her. There were so many memes like, oh my God, Britney's going crazy, Britney's crazy, but It's just because she wanted control of her own body and to not be so like sexualized in the media. And I guess ending on a light note, she was supposed to be cast in The Notebook. I know. She was on the Mickey Mouse Club with Ryan Gosling, and so they were supposed to play like, you know, opposites, but the role ended up going to Rachel McAdams, which iconic and everything. But yeah, no, and she's like, I'm really glad I didn't get the role because that led me to focus on music.
Wow, but I would also love to see Britney Spears try her hand at acting and The Notebook in general.
Oh, 100%.
Wow, maybe a remake come 2020. Maybe sometime in the future.
Yeah, maybe sometime this decade.
But that's enough from Callie and I. Let's hand things off to our entertainment news correspondent, Alec Klosowski and Logan Vaught for the B-Town Brief.
Thank you and welcome to the Bloomington Brief. I'm once again your host, Logan Vaught.
And I'm Alex Klosowski, here to bring you more news stories centered around Bloomington and the world.
IU's Museum of Archaeology and Anthropology will host a Vampire for Every Age event, which will educate visitors about the history of vampires. All I have to say is, nice try, Professor Nosferatu, not falling for that twice.
No, I fell for that one once. A New York bus driver drinking White Claw on the job is not facing criminal charges after claiming he didn't know it contained alcohol. While this may work for New York, I know from personal experience it does not work for Bloomington after crashing a Lime scooter into the Shorewater fountain at 3:30 in the morning.
IU students flocked to Upstairs Pub at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday for the chance to see Kendall Jenner. But when I go at the same time every week, I have a serious problem.
What's up with that? IU's media school held a listening session for security in order to improve safety within the building. Those in attendance were staff, officers, and a man sitting in the back wearing a ski mask taking vigorous notes.
Harlan, the Psych Building brain statue, celebrated its 10th birthday earlier this month. Reports are saying he was saddened by not being old enough to get rocked at the bars with the statues of Ernie Pyle and Herman B. Wells.
I feel so bad.
I know.
California's lottery laws are under scrutiny after the winner of the $1.7 billion jackpot must reveal their name and location in order to receive the money. In my opinion, that just turns the $1.7 billion prize into a $1.7 billion reward. Gotta find you.
A Pennsylvania chocolate factory is under investigation after a major explosion occurred. One of the tiny workers went on record saying they were all Oompa Loompa doopity doomed.
And finally, following Michigan team beating IU 52-7, Indiana University installed a statue in honor of QB Brendan Sworsby, a bench.
And that's this week's brief. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Back over to you.
After the break, What's Up Weekly correspondent Lucinda Larnach will get us caught up on a thrifty club on campus. We'll be right back.
Hoosier Sports Night, your source for Hoosier athletics.
What's Up Weekly correspondent Lucinda Larnach is in studio to tell us more about a club on campus bringing secondhand deals to students. Lucinda?
Thanks, guys. Are you about to clean out your closet and looking for a place to sell what's in it? Or are you wanting people to buy your crafts? Perhaps you're even trying to get your hands on a vintage piece. Whatever it may be, there is a place you can do it all. Bring Your Own Business, or BYOB, is a club on campus giving secondhand a whole new meaning. Check it out.
BYOB, otherwise known as Bring Your Own Business, is a thrift club on campus with character. Born from a group's goal to clean out their closets and make a little money doing it, the club has made its way into the hearts and wardrobes of thrifters across IU's community. Created just over a year ago, the club has students selling back to those around them.
What if we create something in IU that allows it to be a lot easier for students to sell clothes, and even, you know, if they make their own products, if they, like, we've had people who make their own hats, clothing items, stuff like that, or even artwork, kind of have a space to introduce that to other IU students in the community if they don't have a place to do so already.
The club has seen more business-oriented sellers attending the event, but encourages those who want to give their items to a new home too.
BYOB was created with the intention of allowing students to buy and sell clothes that one's loved before, so that you can take home clothes that you now love yourself.
And then we also have our sellers like me who are just trying to sell stuff out of their closet and trying to get rid of things that they don't really use anymore, but I don't have the heart to donate it, or I want someone to go out and be able to make it and put it to good use.
The club's first meetup only had a handful of sellers, and now for its upcoming homecoming event have nearly 60.
It really does help you promote you outside of the source of social media. Like, this really is a great opportunity for you to sell your clothes and really expose yourself.
The event encourages small or new businesses to use the opportunity to grow their following and invest in their entrepreneurial pursuits.
So it's been really cool because not only am I watching our club grow as a whole, but I'm watching our individual sellers grow as a whole, and that's just been the best feeling.
But if nothing else, you may come and find yourself falling in love with a new piece that was given to you by someone at IU.
The next BYOB event will be in Dunmeadow this Sunday, and you can sign up to register yourself as a sell on Instagram at byob.iu. Back to you, Lucy and Callie.
Thanks, Lucinda. And that's what's up this week. Tune in next week for more local and entertainment news.
Be sure to follow us on social media. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at IUSTV News.
For What's Up Weekly, I'm Lucy Kellison.
And I'm Callie Lichter. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.